तूने मुझे पावर ऑफ अटॉर्नी नहीं, वो जमीन दी है जिस पर आप मदन चोपड़ा के कुर्सी के पाए खड़े होंगे।
वो पुरानी हिंदी फिल्मों के ड्रामेटिक सीन्स तो याद ही होंगे, जहां एक कंपनी दूसरे कंपनी को फोर्सफुली टेक ओवर करने का ट्राई करती है। बॉर्डरूम पॉलिटिक्स होते हैं, लॉयर्स इन्वॉल्व होते हैं, शेयर होल्डर्स डिवाइड हो जाते हैं और फिर एक फुल कॉर्पोरेट वॉर स्टार्ट हो जाता है। आप लोगों को लगता होगा कि ये सिर्फ फिल्मों में होता है, बट इन रियलिटी इट हैपेंस मोर ऑफन देन यू थिंक। एंड वन ऑफ इंडियाज क्रेजिएस्ट टेक ओवर बैटल्स हैपेंड इन 2008 बिटवीन इमामी एंड जंडू फार्मा। दोनों याद तो होंगे ही आपको। फॉर दोस हु डू नॉट नो, लेट्स फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड द प्लेयर्स ओवर हियर। On one side was Imami, the company behind products like Navratna Oil and BoroPlus, fast-growing FMCG giant, aggressive, ambitious, and in expansion mode. And on the other hand, Zandu Pharma, a 100-year-old Ayurvedic legacy brand founded in 1910. The makers of Zandu Balm, Chamanprash, Kesari Jeevan, basically products every Indian household has seen at least once. And at that time, Zandu was doing roughly 150 crore in revenue. Not massive by today's standards, but the real value was the brand trust. And Imami understood one thing very clearly. Ayurveda was going to explode in India. Years before the Patanjali way, before every startup suddenly became natural and organic, Imami had already spotted the opportunity. So naturally, they wanted Zandu, but there was one problem. Guess what? Zandu did not want to sell. And this is where things became interesting. See, Zandu had a weakness. Its ownership structure was pretty messy. The company was split between two promoter families, the Parikhs and the Vaidyas, along with public shareholders. No single family had complete control over the company, and there were already internal tensions between both the groups. So basically, the fortress already had cracks. Imami saw this and started playing its chess game. First of all, quietly, they began buying Zandu shares from the market. Slowly, their stake reached around 3.9%. Nothing alarming yet, but then came the masterstroke. In May 2008, Imami directly approached the Vaidya family and bought their entire 23.6% stake in the company. And just like that, Imami ownership jumped from 3.9% to almost 27.5%. Overnight, they became the largest shareholder in Zandu. Now imagine waking up one morning and realizing an outsider suddenly owns the biggest chunk of your company. Corporate horror movie. And according to SEBI rules, once Imami crossed a certain threshold, they now had to make an open offer to public shareholders as well. Meaning, हम और shares भी खरीदेंगे और control भी लेंगे. At this point, the Parikh family completely panicked because अभी सिर्फ investment नहीं था, this was a direct hostile takeover attempt. And then started the retaliation phase. Legal notices, SEBI complaints, Bombay High Court, company law board. The Parikh family argued that takeover rules were violated and that they should have gotten the first right to buy the Vaidya family shares. Media channels started covering it non-stop. Business newspapers turned it into a daily drama. Corporate India was obsessed. But Imami did not stop because they knew something very important. In business, divided ownership is dangerous. If promoters are fighting internally, an outsider can walk in and take control very, very easily. And that is exactly what happened over here as well. In September 2008, SEBI finally cleared Imami's open offer. That was basically game over for the current shareholders. The pressure kept building and eventually even the Parikh family agreed to sell their 18% stake to Imami at around 16,500 rupees per share, which was a massive premium back then. And with that, Zandu was officially under Imami's control. By 2009, Zandu's FMCG business was merged into Imami, and this acquisition became one of the most important moves in Imami's history because it strengthened their Ayurvedic portfolio, expanded their healthcare positioning, and helped them cross the 1,000 crore revenue mark soon after. But the biggest lesson from this story, companies are not always destroyed by competitors, sometimes they are destroyed by internal division. Because when leadership is split, someone stronger, smarter, and more patient eventually takes over. बॉलीवुड बस ड्रामा कॉपी करता है, कॉर्पोरेट इंडिया राइट्स दी ओरिजिनल स्क्रीन प्ले फॉर दिस स्टोरीज. सो टेल मी, डिड यू लाइक दिस स्टोरी? अगर हाँ तो कमेंट करके जरूर बताना, मैं ऐसे स्टोरीज बनाते रहता हूँ. एंड फॉलो करना मत भूलना. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग एंड आई विल सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वन.